True or false? You need to refine your research question very, 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 very clearly before you start the literature search. False. It is false, 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 false. Here's why. As you begin to try to find what other people have written about different aspects of your question, conflict situations, the Geneva logistics strategy for ICRC, maybe logistics, centralized headquarter logistics strategies for other humanitarian aid organizations. It's going to affect how you may find that some of the terms you use are really, really have specific meanings in scholarly research that you don't mean. And so you might want to change the wording. So when I ask students, how many articles should you read? Oh, they always answer infinite, as many as possible. I would say definitely not infinite. I mean, you won't finish, right? The document is finite. If your literature chapter is summarizing an infinite number of articles, your chapter, by definition, must be infinite, and your document cannot be completed. Okay, so here's the deal. Lots of times you think that students think that if they don't like what an article says, they can't use it. That's wrong. You don't have to like what you read. You'll probably end up liking a few articles. A few articles you will think, I want my research to be like this. This is what I want to be when I grow up, right? And that's wonderful. Read those thoroughly and cite them for sure. But you need to read lots of articles, and you're not going to like them all. You need to know what other people say about your topic, your research question, whether or not you agree with their conclusions or their approaches for investigating. And in fact, when you disagree with what they did, that's excellent. You know how that goes in your literature, your methods section? If you disagree with their approach for doing this? Well, so-and-so and so-and-so in 2009 investigated it this way. That approach wouldn't be effective in this kind of population because of such and such and such and such and such and such. And if you have another reason that serves as a source for the fact that this population is such and such a way, then that's helpful. That makes it sound like you really know what you're talking about. Do you know what plagiarism is? Even when we're paraphrasing, if we don't also provide all the bibliographic information, or when we think we're paraphrasing, we changed a few words of the report, but we didn't change enough, and we didn't use quotation marks, even if we include a citation, it's still plagiarism. There are so many ways to plagiarize accidentally. It's no excuse. It's considered academic dishonesty. Part of your navigating this part of the requirements of your degree is to develop a conscientious respect for others' ideas, and you demonstrate that by citing. You may not put quotation marks around words that you then add your own. Quotation marks mean this is taken verbatim from the source, all right? To paraphrase effectively, it's not enough to change a couple of words. 80% of the words must be your own, in your own voice. And even the structure of the sentences cannot be the same. And I can tell you that if the source is in front of you when you're trying to paraphrase, you can't do it. So here's what, this is tried and true, it works. Read a paragraph that contains things that you want to refer to in your paper. Read it. Turn it over. Put it under your chair. Sit on it. Don't look at it. Try to type it in your own words. You may not remember, oh gosh, was it 29,548 hectares or was it 29,900, I can't remember. Okay, so keep typing, just put // Don't look at it yet. Finish the thought. Is that the important thing is that when you do that, it comes out in your own voice. You can't help it. It's just bizarre. It's bizarre how very independent and situated our language is to how we think and how we see and where we grew up and the assumptions embedded in the words we use. So the key to not plagiarizing when you're trying to paraphrase is to read, put it away, write what you think is the main point. Put the citation there now. Just because you paraphrased it doesn't mean it's your own idea. It's their idea. You're paraphrasing it because it's valuable. Put the source right there. The main thing I want you to know is that it's finite. You're going to do it about something that interests you. You'll have ups and downs in your feelings. Create a document right now for lit review notes, whatever software you use. Create a document right now for your introduction. And when you see articles online, copy the URL, plop it into that document, save it. Later, not too much later, but once a week maybe, go back and look at things you've plopped into these documents and try to write a sentence or two about it. You will help yourself so much. You can do it. You can do it even without going crazy and without making your family members crazy, which is always a good thing.